Welcome to my DIY display video. While cleaning out the closet, I came across these old fish tanks. They were beta tanks we'd purchased at Walmart. And I was thinking about just cutting them up to use the plastic. But as I got looking at them, like most model people, I thought, you know, that sort of fits size-wise. We might be able to do something with that. So I came up with this idea. And here's what I did. You yourself can modify this if you want, improve it. But the nice part is it was inexpensive and it was pretty simple, and it's much better than throwing these things out. These tanks came with a light LED colored light source, which I planned on using. So after washing the tank with dish soap, I cut out a piece of aluminum foil and put it on the bottom to give me a reflective surface. I just used good old-fashioned heavy duty because I wanted it thicker and I wanted it to stay. I did not tape it down to the bottom because I wanted to be able to remove it and replace it. I had a second tank that was busted up, and so I cut the bottom off of it. The blue tape was to make a masking line to remove the bottom section to use for the other tank. You don't have to do this or ruin a perfectly good tank, but this one was already broken. You can also just use a clear piece of sheet styrene to do this. What I did was create a shelf for a second level, so that way I could have two promos in there, because just one, it's too deep. So I used the bottom of the second tank, but like I say, you could do this with a sheet of styrene and use the other tank for a template. Now note that the tank slightly curves in, so you need to make it a little bit larger. In keeping with the inexpensive and easy, I got some of these hanging strips at the local grocery store, and what I did was I used them to locate for the second shelf, and being clear, they didn't detract, and also they can be moved if you didn't like the location, you wanted to raise it up or down. So the first thing I'm going to do is modify these decorating clips. So we're going to come in. So now you can see that they're ready now to be installed. You want to cut them like that just to make little straight shelves out of them. And then what we're going to do is take our clip and our sticker. We're going to go a little opposite of the way they want you to do it. What I do, I lay this down. I read the instructions because I can't remember. Blue clip. Okay. So I do it backwards. I don't do the wall part first. I do this part first. Now I've peeled this off, we're ready. We're going to put this in here, line that guy up, make sure that our clip is facing upward. And then we just press it. And it's in. My next step was to modify the lid. After cleaning it, what I did was to plug up the holes. The air holes were not necessary. And then with the light escape, I left the center one for the LED alone. And so what I did was I used black masking tape, cut a piece to put over here facing upward, and then put two pieces on the other side. The reason for that was to create a top section that wouldn't have the adhesive on it, so you could clean it. So the finished product looks like this. As you can see, I've got that done off. The top is closed off, and the sides are closed off. So we no longer have those gaps. This will prevent the light from getting out. And I just use simple black electrical tape for that, and some more aluminum foil and double-sided tape. So the ease and the cost are still way down. Now in the centerpiece, I also added an extra hook I left intact that I could use to remove this whenever I felt like it. And then with those in place, all you simply do is place the centerpiece down in. As I say too, you could also use a separate sheet of styrene, not cut up another tank, to do this. And there are other ways to support the second shelf, and you could even add a third if you want. But two, to me, looks like it just works out right. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's complete. And here's how the display looks finished. I have it set into the corner of the table. Another thought I had was these could also be mounted on the wall using a corner shelf, and you could stack them. And the nice part is you can change the colors to match the promos. It looks really nice at night.